we come in establishing backward linkages, and what else is left? What we ought to do. Over to you, Shams.
We have come a long way. Like as you mentioned earlier, everything was imported. Like you had entrepreneurs going to Hong Kong in the 80s, coming back with suitcases full of labels, buttons, zippers, and then almost 100% of the yarns would be imported from China, from India, from Pakistan before. Even in the 90s, it was very dominant. Like these three countries played a very dominant role. Indonesia, even Philippines. We saw a lot of things being bought from there. Fabric was imported, almost 100%. Then in the 90s, we started seeing a shift in change. Like it started with the knit industry. The knit industry, because they used to cater mostly to the US market, they saw that if they made the fabric themselves, instead of just cutting and sewing, just stitching the garment, it helped them to get some position of strength. For example, like the lead time factor, they could control the supply chain, they could give the buyer a date upon which they would ship it out. So we saw the knit industry first getting into the backward linkage industry in the form of like the dyeing units they would set up, and also the spinning units which would supply the factories. And from then, like we saw like in the denim industry, in the twill industry, gradually people getting into the fabric manufacturing like we did. So when we started the business in 98, we were the first modern denim mill in Bangladesh. Today there are 45 denim mills in Bangladesh making the fabric, which is a part of the backward linkage industry. And these 45 denim mills combined, we cater to almost like 40% of the local demand. Now, when the button manufacturer steps in as a backward linkage, he also retains $1 extra into the Bangladesh economy. And that's where you see we talk about the reserve growing in Bangladesh. One of the main reasons is this actually, because the RMG sector, which is the main exporter out of Bangladesh, because the backward linkage industries are playing such a big part, you will see every year more is retained into the reserve. Like we are actually retaining more than we are sending out.